Good afternoon. I'm Lynette Romero. We are coming on the air with breaking news right now. You are looking at video from News Chopper 4. Thousands of people have been gathering for the planned No Kings protest in downtown LA. Now, these protests are taking place all across Los Angeles, the state of California, and all across the country today. It's in opposition to the Trump administration. The LAPD said it expects tens of thousands of protesters across LA today. This morning, Mayor Karen Bass confirmed the curfew in downtown LA will continue from 8 p.m. tonight until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. NBC4's Lolita Lopez joins us live now. So she is with the No Kings protest in downtown LA. Lolita, we know you have been there throughout the day today. I saw on your social media that you were posting that this is one of the biggest protests you've ever seen.
Yeah, one of the largest, especially since those immigration raids began last Friday. Right now, we're on the corner of Broadway and Temple. And down the street from me, you can see a gathering of folks. This is what has been happening since that protest began early this morning. It was centered about a block and a half away at Gloria Molina Grand Park. Excuse me, thank you. At Gloria Molina Grand Park. And that is where folks were gathering here. This was seniors, families, people with their children, different age groups coming together to talk about their opposition to the Trump administration, not only with the immigration raids, but also with the fact that they're bringing in the National Guard and the U.S. Marines. Then from there, people started walking around different blocks of this area here around City Hall. I would say about 2 blocks down and 2 blocks around from each individual side. Now they've gathered here where you see here on Spring. We're on Spring and Temple, and they've been gathering, chanting, and being relatively peaceful. You're not seeing anyone getting in anyone's faces. You have a lot of cars here beeping and honking as they go by. People still continuing to voice their opinions here as we speak. Again, we have seen also people coming through here with waters and food and offering everyone, including us, the media, the chance to be able to have a drink. It has been very hot today. According to the city fire department, crowds here exceeded 20,000 people. So the ability, they say, of first responders to reach individuals that are impacted at all, maybe from any heat exhaustion or the like, has become tougher. So they're saying if anyone can move themselves from this area, if they're feeling that way, then that is the thing to do. But again, we are just down the street from where people are gathering, and this is kind of happening in different corners around City Hall. It is peaceful. It has been moving. It is part of that protest from earlier on today that's kind of been seeping through the city of Los Angeles here in the downtown area. Again, relatively peaceful as we've seen people of all ages gather here together in their protest on this No Kings protest march. So we'll continue to follow it from here in Los Angeles, sending it back to you in the studio, Lynette.
Honestly, this isn't even worth my time. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible because really it's not worth my time. You have a bunch of people that's talking about No King's Day. They're getting their talking points from these Marxist individuals out there like George Soros and his son, who's making millions off of these clowns running in the street, making fools of themselves. These people go out here talking about no kings, and yet they have the power to say what they want because the military, who they're not happy with, are the ones who fought so that you could stand in the street and call the president all kind of names and so forth, or the government, or go out there and make a complete idiot of yourself. Now, if you lived in North Korea, Russia or somewhere, or in Iran or something like that, let me see you go have a No King's Day with people who actually rule, and you'll be in the streets building that damn statue, okay? Or in the rice fields or the chicken fields or whatever, or in Siberia. Like, how stupid can people be? You're in one of the greatest countries ever. You have the freedom to say and do whatever you want. Yet, you're talking about No King's Day? because President Trump is enforcing the law. Okay? He's enforcing the law so that illegal immigrants can go back where they came from, and black people don't sit down and realize that the Immigration and Naturalization Act of 1965 didn't make things better. It made things worse for us. Why by 2065 we'll be fourth in population. But we're so stupid. We just love playing the victim, and we sit down and we don't open our eyes to what's going on. Democrats are making complete idiots out of blacks. And that's the truth. And you got these people running out here talking about, and if you listen to liberals, who's gonna work the fields? Who's gonna be the nanny? What? Like, it's a crying shame. It is a crying shame. And like I said, this isn't even worth my time, because the majority of Americans see right through this bullshit, okay? It's bullshit. Okay? There is no king. This president has to go through Congress to do a lot, but politicians, this is why what happened in Minnesota is because of dumb stuff like this. Okay? No King's Day is probably one of the worst protest ever. It's a protest for the lazy, the greedy, the ones that have their hands out. This is a crying shame. Stand with President Trump, okay? Because he's right on this when it comes to illegal immigrants. I mean, my goodness, how stupid can we be?
People united will never be defeated.
The people
united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
Only in Detroit.
I know you've noticed a ton of people in the streets protesting the last week. It's been crazy. But I only have one question. Do these people have jobs? I mean, do anybody work? I mean, normal people don't have the time to protest and tear up shit in their own community when they're employed and they got bills to pay. I mean, I want to know, what kind of benefit package does the Democrat Party have for these protesters? Then you got No Kings marches and shit all over blue cities. Yes, a bunch of people out there with blue hair and painted faces like clowns and shit, trying to insinuate that President Trump is acting as a king. I mean, maybe he should act as a king. I mean, because you don't respect him as a president. But with all that being said, his approval rating is rising. His disapproval rating is lowering. So to be honest with you, all this stuff is proven how nutty you are and how great the president is. So continue.
No King's Day protests. Are y'all deadass blaming Donald Trump for being born? Donald Trump's birthday has been June 14th, all 79 years of his life. It just so happened that the Army's 250th anniversary is on the same day. We have the strongest military in the world. Americans, where is your pride? Why wouldn't we show off our strength a little bit? We can step on anybody. But Donald Trump's wasting money. Joe Biden spent $20 million for Sesame Street in Iraq. Stop acting like y'all give a fuck, you don't. Donald Trump spending $20 million on Americans. I'm sorry, you know what happens when that patriotism builds up? Look at the difference in how they allocated those funds. Joe Biden gave funds to illegals. Donald Trump took those same funds and gave them to veterans. How are y'all not convinced that Donald Trump is for the American people? Instead of hating on your country, why don't you celebrate with your goddamn country for once? Keep it up, Donald Trump, and happy birthday to you as well. Hopefully this parade goes well.
Those No King protesters look really stupid, like the rest of the people who riot for unreasonable claims. It reminds me of the BLM protests and those Palestine protests. What is protesting gonna do for those causes? Not only are the causes stupid, but is looting businesses. What does that do for your dumb cause? I'm just really curious. Because last time I checked, we don't ask for things like that.
And that's really all I have to say. there's really nothing much else for me to say. Tomorrow's going to be back a normal day. The president has a lot on his plate, and I really don't have time to hear people talk about fascism and all this other junk. Half of them don't even know what it means. But I digress. You guys have a great evening, and I'll have another video. I'll have another video out for you guys tomorrow. Good night. Peace.